It's now the last day of my hunt. It had been a few days since I had practiced, so I figured it was time to make sure my equipment was still shooting good and feeling good. After all, you never know when it might happen, and there is still one afternoon left. Either way, I was in New Mexico, the land of enchantment, bow hunting elk for the first time in my life. It's always something I've dreamed of.
Fresh out the boat in the promised land, 24 hours, got a gun in my hand. Sagebrush, prairie fires I can see, God bless manifest destiny. Night of hot drinking and I met a bad man, traded money for my soul and my quick hand.
But just like every hunt, I hunt to the bitter end, and this hunt proves why.
Gave me silver to fix it with lead.
I had got the invite to hunt here through Willie Schmidt, a good friend of mine who's hunted here for 4 years previous to this one.
Yeah, you can definitely smell it.
I was excited and appreciated the invite.
It smells a lot better than that airport. I can tell you that.
I could already tell that this was exactly what I had envisioned in my mind, and through the stories Willie had told me. This was beautiful elk country.
Now they're getting nervous. See if we'll do a gathering bugle, like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Vultures circling overhead, there's a number to my death song. Covered in blood and I only see red, living too fast, it won't last long. Ever on the run, never look back.
Shortly after we arrived in camp to meet our hunting partners Nick and Tony Ventura.
I know. Welcome to New Mexico.
Yeah, this is awesome. We already saw some elk down the road on the way in.
Did you?
Yeah, we brought the whole gang. Hail, hail, the gang's all here.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning one here in New Mexico, September 18th. I'm going to do some calling for Willie this morning. My first time here hunting New Mexico. Willie gave me the invite, so excited to be here.
Heck yeah. It's a fun place. Let's get up here on this ridge, and if we don't hear anything to a locator, just work this ridge line south. Then we
small hit of dopamine floods in my bloodstream. A notification calls me to act now. Constant distractions divert my attention to the fact that I'm no longer happy somehow. The media.
Already got a bull bugle and we just got here. So that's a good sign. Got a lightning storms around us.
The plan was for Willie and I to hunt together and alternate days that we would hunt. One day I would call for him, and the next he'd call for me. It was hotter and drier than Willie had seen it in the past, and the elk were being pretty quiet. It was everything we could do to get them to talk at first light or last light. We'd hear the occasional bugles, but it was tough to keep them talking long enough to get into the action. There was plenty of sign here, and we've hunted long enough to know that it just takes one bull that wants to play.
Hopefully tomorrow morning we can find a bull that wants to play. Having fun though. Steak night tonight. We're eating Nick's elk steaks from Montana. Fresh off the bone. Just cut the first bugles in the morning and looked over. There's a nice mule deer shed laying there. I'm calling for Willie today, day 5, I think.
But it's not going to be till it'll be 6:30. I mean, it's going to be a dark. Yeah, 30, 45 minute thing.
Willie and I have decided to split up again. I'm hunting an area of the ranch nobody's hunted yet, but we have seen some elk down this draw and have heard some bugling in this area, so kind of windy right now. It's going to make it tough to hear, but feel confident with our plan. As far as being where the elk are, we just need them to make some of the right moves in the process. September 22nd, you'd think they'd be just ripping right now. But surprisingly, it's been quiet for us. So, maybe tonight, try something new. Okay, I'll clear back there. I mean, there's a chance they could come right here in front of us, but even though I put eyes on a bull that evening, nothing seemed to roll out correct. I just couldn't be in the right spot at the right time. Where the pavement ends, on X begins. Been a slow week. But there's one day left and we're going to make the most of it. Feels good, so we'll see what happens. He's coming. Drop back over here. He's down there. He's in the sage. He's coming. He's working up here. He's trying to get down there. He's walking away. Now he's coming right at us. Feel the wind. He's looking right at us. Damn it. He was circling, and the wind was kind of going that way, but he was trying to get a visual on you. So I snuck up like not to that big round juniper, but not the one next to it, but the one just this side. And I got up there, and he was 20 yards. He was standing there looking at you. The sun was so bad, you know, it's like shining on me, like behind there. And I didn't have enough of a shot. It was a small window, a sage right covering the lower part of his vitals. I'm like, at 20 yards, it's a flat shot, and I'd probably hit one of those. And all he had to do was come another 5 yards, and I'm like, just come out, come out. And I think he just, between probably thinking he should see you and maybe saw some shine on me, he just turned and started walking away. So I worked around trying to get, and he was 30, then he was 40, and then never had a shot. By then, I think he winded some of us because the wind was swirling a little bit. But to call that bull away from cows to come up this way, great job calling. Thank you. Well, we were kind of at our last spot that I knew of that we were going to try to solicit a bugle, and I'll be danged if
We didn't hear two bulls going off over here, so Jason's creeping up here. One just answered over the ridge, probably within 200 yards, so I'm gonna drop back, try to work him.
Before we knew it, we had found ourselves in a basin filled with elk, in the middle of a rut frenzy. The exact thing we had been looking for all week. As I moved ahead of Willie, I could tell there was a cliff edge in front of me, with only a couple of places for the bull to come up.
He's coming. Oh, look, there's right here. Yeah. Cow call. That was one of the most intense shots I've ever had. He couldn't have been 5 yards. He came right through here. He was like, and he comes up over and he's just looking at me and right there. But I thought he was gonna go down right here. I mean, let me just base it off here. Probably 7 yards. You can see his track.
He was gonna try to come up through.
He was going to push right up through this. I was set up for him to come this way because this is a cliff edge. Then I heard and that's when I shifted back to here. But I didn't expect him to come right here.
Hello?
Hello there.
What's up?
Got myself a last day bull.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he's literally giving his last breaths as we speak.
Oh, geez.
Yep, shot him at 7 yards coming dead at me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. He kind of came up a cliff type thing and picked his way through the trees and ended up right in my face. So anyway, it's gonna be a late night, lots of work, but we got one down. All right, we'll keep you posted.
Okay. All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Congratulations. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We've all got that one first call. For me, it's always been my dad. So that's always a special call. Let's go put our hands on this. Whew, man, that is a nice 5-point bull. Just perfectly symmetrical bull. That is awesome. Last day bull. Came right into our laps. Oh man, he is pretty. Nice straight brow tine there. I like that feature. We have earned this one. I mean, I don't know how many times I've said it, but it just came down to the wire here. The season, this is the last day of the season here in New Mexico. And we have had a tough week. Not a lot of action. But when it's right, it just works. And this bull just came in hot. We came over the ridge into this basin and there was bulls and cows talking. It was like what we've been waiting for all week. The only thing that could be better than a bull down on the last hour of the last day and a call back home to Dad was watching my friends show up. The camaraderie of a good group of hunting partners is priceless, and I feel lucky to have them.
I didn't have a chance to look at him at all. He just came over that cliff like in my face at 7 yards, and I was at full draw already.
I think it's the biggest bull we've taken here in 4 years.
Is it really?
That's in most years that's a herd bull. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm stoked to have all you guys here. This is like, we all needed this, you know.
Absolutely.
After
This is a victory for everybody.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad
Sam, and you guys just, I'll start the lasagna back at camp and then I'll keep it nice and warm for you.
Actually,
Sounds
I'll
good.
start eating it
Hey,
and let you know
teamwork.
how it is.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes
Everybody
the dream
has
work,
their
right?
Well, I brought the game bag somewhere.